Alright, so this is a suggestion via Discord. The name of the video is A Gene Deal Reveals a Trans Woman was Biggie's love interest in the Big Poppa video. Alright. Okay, name of the channel is The Art of Dialogue. Really now? Cite your sources, sir. Cite your sources.
You know Tupac family, if I'm not mistaken, they hired a lawyer. And I think Jay-Z, he uses the same lawyer, but, you know, they hired a lawyer to investigate Diddy and Tupac murder. How you feel about that?
Well, if Tupac family hired investigators, and a lot of times investigators, they get more information out of people and from people than the cops do.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
You understand what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So now, they may go back and listen to some of the Art of Dialogue interviews, especially about that check that Zip had.
Okay.
And the investigators will try to find out where it came from, why it came, and who gave it, and what was the reason it was gave it. Because they are trying to implicate Zip as being the person that got the money that Keefe D was supposed to get.
Okay.
Now, this is what the internet, this is what Greg Kading, this is what all the people are saying. Gene Deal is not saying that. Gene Deal said, yeah, I saw the check for $1 million.
Right.
And I told y'all what the check was for, because Zip told us for Black Ground Records, Barry Hankinson, and old boy gave it to me.
Yeah, guys, everything in me says that he's going to end up being most likely the star witness against Diddy, because everything in me says that. But all right.
So now, it comes out years later that Puff paid somebody $1 million and gave it to Zip. But it was supposed to go to Keefe D.
Right.
Now, where that came from, I don't know. But
So
maybe Tupac family want to do some research theyself and find out theyself. You get what I'm talking about?
I mean, yeah.
Right. But with everything that you know, right, what do you think Tupac family should be mad at Diddy about?
I think the family should be mad at Diddy creating the atmosphere, as well as Suge Knight.
Okay. That's valid. Because, guys, if you were there, like I was in New York in the 90s, okay, to the point where I didn't listen to Tupac, bro, until like 2022 or 3. Keep that in mind here. Like, it was... The atmosphere in New York during that time was extremely interesting, terrible, right? So what he's pointing out is valid, right? The incident or issues that Diddy had with Suge Knight, these two things basically culminated, they came together and had both individuals, erased off the map in a sense here, guys, right? Biggie and Tupac. So yeah. You should be going after that because they fostered that entire thing. They made a lot of money during that time, both Diddy and Suge Knight. So that's valid.
And Pac had a lot to do with it himself. Because Pac knew that Big had nothing to do with him being shot that night. And Big didn't know anything about it.
But that's not the case, though. I mean... multiple songs we've encountered with Tupac specifically, over on a music channel at least, spoke about him wondering who did it and him blaming all a Bad Boy for it.
So, yeah, they should be upset.
So then he wasn't being honest.
Diddy and Suge for creating the atmosphere to sell records as well as the media, but
yeah, the whole East-West Coast thing was crazy.
Pac has a lot to do with that, too.
Speaking of Big, and I don't know if this is true or not, but maybe you can tell me, because I always heard this rumor. Is it true that the main girl in the Big Poppa video is a transsexual?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the girl. Yeah.
It was a transsexual in there, and she ended up getting killed?
Yeah, I heard the same thing too, man. I think that uh
I didn't know that at all.
that gingerbread
Hold on.
the transgender they killed themselves or whatever.
Okay.
Yeah, but it was a transgender way back then.
And no one knew she was a transsexual.
I guess not.
Okay.
Or somebody did know that,
Okay.
but didn't tell the artist.
Yeah, and I can only think about this here, guys. In the '90s, specifically like hip hop, yeah, that would have been crazy. That just wouldn't have been a thing. Okay, and I'm sure a lot of people would get super outraged to understand that this entire thing that's going on currently is brand new. It's brand new, and specifically coming from hip hop. Yeah. I'm not sure the artist would have, like, knowing New York in the '90s, guys, hip hop specifically. No chance that would have gone over well at all. But if it's a factual statement, then it's a factual statement, guys, right? But let's get it.
But didn't tell the artist. They played like that, man. That was what was that it wasn't Hype Williams, was it? It was one of those guys who was big at that time and they was doing all kind of videos. What's the director that did the video? Was it Hype
I'll be
Williams or
looking.
that other guy?
Director
Benny
X.
Medina, Benny something?
Nah, it wasn't Beanie Boom. I can tell you that now. Let me look it up.
I'm trying to find it too.
Hype Williams.
A lot of them dudes was into that lifestyle, man. And you can't tell me that they didn't know. They probably knew, but they ain't tell the artist that.
And what's interesting, really quickly, guys, I want to go ahead and point this out. The person that they're referring to was also in Craig Mack's "Flavor in Your Ear," Biggie's "Warning" video. I mean, yeah, LL Cool J, the backup dancer. But all right.
Artists don't pick the dancers in the video. But it was a transgender. A gingerbread man.
Is that the name? All right, guys. Okay, I thought it was going to be something absolutely crazy, but I will say though, like at the time, again, just kind of reiterate this. At that time, yeah, it would have been absolutely shocking, specifically at that time, at least. Not at all now, but then, yeah, it would have been crazy, guys. But all right, guys, listen. Apparently, this person, though, like I said, has been in multiple videos. I don't know anything about the self deletion aspect of it, guys, but definitely 100% has been in a lot of like iconic hip hop songs. Now, did the artist know? Maybe, maybe not, guys. Right? I think if they did, again, based off the time, it wouldn't have happened. But all right, guys, let me know in the comments what you guys think. Do you believe this man? I don't know. Like lately, like a lot of the things that you guys have been sending me specifically regarding the topic of like Diddy and things like that. I mean, he's believable, guys. Okay, like he's saying this with all the bass in his voice, all of this. It's interesting to encounter it. Again, I do believe that most likely he'll end up being the star witness if that's the case here, guys. He seems to have all of the juicy details, but yet keep this in mind. He's saying it all on these podcast situations, guys. Right. Well, all right, listen. You guys all have an absolutely amazing day. Enjoy your day thoroughly.
Guys, before we go, are you guys subscribed to the other channels? Logical Movie Reviews with Mr. L. Boyd along with Mr. L. Boyd Music. Both are found in the description. Check it out.